As the Coachella Valley continues to grow as an entertainment and cultural empire in the California desert cities, Mutual 111 is your go-to for local and regional arts, literature, music, special events, and theater. From the Mutual Broadcasting System studios in Palm Springs, it's The Desert Scene with Bonnie G.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. Happy to have you here, and very happy to welcome to the show Terry Ray, who is the artistic director of the Bent Theater Company and also runs the Actors Lab over at the Palm Springs Cultural Center, I believe. Hi, Terry. How are you?
Hey, Bonnie. I'm great. One quickie correction.
Yes.
I am the managing director at the Bent, and Steve Rosenbaum is the artistic director.
Thank you. Managing director. Like to get that right. Okay. All right, so so we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So first of all, tell us a little bit about the theater company and what's going on. I believe, is this your second season?
Well, it's our first full season.
Okay.
So we're so excited because, the Desert Rose was the gay theater here in town, and it went under last year. And Steve Rosenbaum and I have been old friends doing theater for decades, and we thought we just can't have Palm Springs without a gay theater. Mm-hmm. So we just decided to try it, and we launched it in December with a play that I wrote because we couldn't afford to pay for a playwright. So it was, if we're going to screw somebody over, it had to be me. And we launched with the Lincoln debate and with $4.95 in our bank account, and it became a big hit, and we were able to do 3 shows last season, and now we are launching our first full season.
That's fabulous. So tell us a little bit about the productions for this season.
Okay, so we're starting off with Gross Indecency, which is a play about the 3 trials of Oscar Wilde, who was charged and convicted of gross indecency with men. And it's all historically true and brought to life in a really fun way with all these people playing multiple characters on stage at the same time. It's a really cool play. Okay,
and then what's after that?
And then we're doing Last Summer at Bluefish Cove, which is a seminal lesbian play. It was written in the early 80s, and it's just really probably the first lesbian play that really just showed relationships as they truly are. It's a really terrific play, and our first time to get to do a lesbian play, so we're super excited about that. Mm-hmm. And then we're following that, and also that's in November 1st. It starts, and then also in November, we're doing a really fun play by gay playwright, gay icon Terrence McNally called It's Only a Play, which is a terrific comedy about opening night at Broadway party that all the characters are huddled in a bedroom waiting for the reviews while this fancy party is happening downstairs. It's just really hilariously fun and delightful. And then we're doing a play called New Century, which is by Paul Rudnick, who wrote the movies In and Out and Sister Act. He's a really funny writer, and it's a terrifically fun play with these wild characters that start off as monologues and then wind up as interacting with each other, and it's a really fun journey. And then we're so excited because we're closing the season with The Inheritance Part 1, which your listeners are aware in 2020 The Inheritance was being heralded as one of the greatest plays ever written, and it won the Tony Award for Best Play. And it's an epic, kind of like in the level of Angels in America. It's a 2-parter. So the first part is the closing of this season, and the second part is the opening of the next season.
Fabulous. Now, are you directing any or all of these?
I'm not directing. I'm acting in this season.
Okay.
Steve is directing 2, and we have 3 guest directors this year.
Would you like to tell us who they are?
Yeah, I will. Steve is directing Gross Indecency, Stephen Rosenbaum, and Rebecca Hadley is directing the Last Summer at Bluefish Cove. Larry LaFond, who has been a successful television director, is directing It's Only a Play, and Stan Zimmerman is sort of a celebrity director. He's directing New Century. Stan was a writer on Golden Girls and has written a lot of wonderful plays. So we're super excited to have him as a director. And then Steve Rosenbaum is directing The Inheritance.
Excellent. Now, I happened to see a picture on Facebook of the cast of Last Summer Bluefish Cove, and I actually knew this. Yo Younger is a dear friend of mine. I've worked with her many times. She's fabulous, one of the best actresses in town by far.
Totally. We have such a great cast, and all of our actors are really terrific. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah. And Christine Tregala-Nunez and I believe Deborah Harmon, I think, is also in the cast.
Yeah.
That's you got a really strong cast there. That one I don't want to miss that. Definitely not.
Yeah, our cup runneth over on that one. It's really terrific.
So let's talk about the Actors Lab for a bit. So tell us about how that came to be and how somebody might get involved if they were interested in taking some classes.
Terrific. So the Actors Lab has been around as a really established and successful acting studio for 30-something years, like 34 years I think we're at now. And they have branches in different cities, and I was approached by the founder, J.D. Lewis, to open a branch in Palm Springs, which I was very flattered to be asked. And we opened it last year in August, and in 1 year, we have students of all levels, from professionals to absolute people who have never acted before. And I have students all over the valley in plays and rehearsals right now from just our first season. So it's been very successful, and I'm super proud of them all. So the Actors Lab, I should know the email, but if you just Google the Actors Lab Palm Springs, you'll find it.
Okay. And where is it physically located, where the class is held?
We're doing them at the Neuro Vitality Center.
Oh, great. Yes, I know where that is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like that little performing room, and that's where we're at.
And so do you have a variety of different classes? I mean, I think you said, so you have beginners classes and advanced, intermediate. How many different classes do you offer?
No, it's all in one class, and I just work people at their level. So everybody's together.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, are you planning to at some point have a production or showcase with just your students? I know they're doing other things, but are you going to have something to sort of show them off as a group at some point?
We haven't, because they've all been working. So this is so great. But it's something that we could do. We did have a film last year. They did a film, and it won an award. So our class did... I think it was like we had to be 3 minutes, and we entered the contest and won. So that was pretty exciting.
So Terry, tell us a little bit about your background. Where are you from originally? Are you a California native, New York native, and how sort of the short version of how you got involved in this business?
Well, if you'd asked me at 3 years old, I would have told you I was an actor. I don't know how. It just was never not part of me, and I didn't come from any of that. So it was always just innately in me. I'm from Ohio and raised in a tiny little town where there was no theater, nothing. I just was determined. And I studied, and then I went to the University of Cincinnati and the conservatory, and I've been doing tons of theater, and I did a lot of television. I've done about 70 TV and films, and over 120 plays.
Wow.
And I just got done directing in Oregon at the Shed. I just finished 2 weeks ago directing Sweet Charity up there. So
I love that show. I got to play that 100 years ago. I played Charity. That's a fun show.
It's such a great role. Well, Charity does the whole thing. So you're amazing, then.
So, and when did you come to Palm Springs?
5 years ago, I had written a play called Electricity, and we started doing it here in Palm Springs, and it just never stopped. We became the longest running play in Palm Springs. It played for 4 years. And so when my apartment in LA sold, which I've been in LA forever, I had to move, and I thought, well, I could buy a place in Palm Springs, and I could never do that in LA, and I'm doing the play there. So the play brought me here. And then my co-star moved here, and our director moved here, which was Steve Rosenbaum. So it's just been great. Yeah. We love it. And we go back to L.A. when we need to. I'm in a play in L.A. right now, but I just go back when I need to.
So you're a busy guy. You've got a lot on your plate right now. All right, so I'm looking at the website on the information I have here, theactorslab at me.com. That's what I have here?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, at me.com.
Theactorslab at me.com. And where would people find information about the Bent Theater if they wanted to go to your website and check out that?
Thebent.org. It's a really terrific season, and I'm super proud of it. And I'm going to be in 3 of the shows, so I'm very thrilled about that.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. It's really wonderful that you kind of sort of picked up the torch, as it were, from Desert Rose, and it sounds like the Bent is just rocking and rolling, and the Actors Lab. But what a wonder! It's really nice to have that facility here in the Palm Springs area. So, congratulations! Best of luck to you and all the stuff coming up in the future. And thank you for being here today. Really, really appreciate it.
Thanks, Bonnie. It's a pleasure to get to talk to you. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. Terry Ray of the Actors Lab and the Bent Theater Company. And we'll talk to the rest of you the next time on The Desert Scene.
Join us again for The Desert Scene with Bonnie G. from Mutual 111. Be sure to visit thedesertscene.com for more show information and mutual111.com for our full library of episodes.